Bienvenidos una vez más a este hermoso atardecer en Magdala. Vamos a continuar meditando en el sermón de las montañas, contemplando este monte que está a mis espaldas, el monte Arbel, disfrutando de la puesta del sol, disfrutando también de la serenidad del lago de Galilea y sobre todo imaginando a nuestro Señor Jesucristo que se sienta rodeado de sus apóstoles, de sus discípulos, y después una gran muchedumbre que está pendiente de sus labios, de sus gestos, de su palabra. Coloquémonos en ese lugar, situémonos como un oyente más, pero no cualquier oyente, sino aquel que escucha con el corazón estas enseñanzas maravillosas que Jesucristo nos transmite en este sermón de la montaña, donde nos muestra el camino auténtico y verdadero para alcanzar la felicidad. Y concretamente en esta tarde, en este atardecer, vamos a continuar meditando, como lo hicimos el día de ayer, en aquella bienaventuranza en que Jesucristo nos dice: bienaventurados los pacíficos, porque ellos serán llamados hijos de Dios. Good evening, Dear sisters and brothers, welcome to the sunset at Magdala. Today, 27th of July, and we are meditating in the Beatitudes, and today in the Gospel according to Matthew, chapter 5, verses 9. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God. Bienaventurados los pacíficos, porque ellos serán llamados hijos de Dios. Seguimos meditando en lo que significa la paz. Concretamente os acordaréis que ayer hemos tratado de profundizar que para encontrar la paz necesitamos reconciliarnos con nosotros mismos. Primero hemos dicho que el mundo, lo mundano, nos quiere presentar un estilo de paz, pero en realidad nos quieren engañar. Y terminamos concluyendo que la verdadera paz nos la da Jesucristo. Mi paz os dejo, mi paz os doy, no como el mundo os la da, os la doy yo. Nos lo dice Jesucristo en el Evangelio de San Juan. Y Jesucristo no nos niega que habrá dificultades, que habrá sacrificios, y por eso la palabra de Cristo es auténtica. Os acordaréis cómo Paola nos invitaba a reconciliarnos con nosotros mismos, porque ahí es donde comenzamos a encontrar la paz del corazón. Bien, queridos hermanos, no basta con reconciliarnos con nosotros mismos, no basta estar reconciliados con Dios nuestro Señor, también es necesario estar reconciliados con el prójimo. Y esto tiene que ver con la paz. Cuando tenemos pleitos, cuando hay disputas, cuando guardamos rencores en nuestro corazón, cuando existe división, cuando albergamos la envidia en nuestro corazón, cuando codiciamos las cosas de los demás, el éxito, el triunfo de los demás, entonces vamos notando que la paz se aleja, que crece la angustia, la desazón, la turbación. Por ello, os voy a proponer para esta reflexión, para esta meditación, dos versículos extraídos del mismo Evangelio de San Mateo, en el mismo capítulo 5, pero en este caso en los versículos 23 y 24. Jesucristo dice en Mateo 5, versículo 23, si pues al presentar tu ofrenda en el altar, te acuerdas entonces de que un hermano tuyo tiene algo contra ti, deja tu ofrenda allí, delante del altar, y vete primero a reconciliarte con tu hermano. Luego vuelves y presentas tu ofrenda. Os invito a hacer un parangón entre estos dos versículos con una parte de la liturgia de la Santa Misa. Me estoy refiriendo al saludo de la paz. Después de haber rezado el Padre Nuestro, todos en comunidad, y antes de recibir la comunión eucarística, el ministro celebrante invita a todos los presentes a intercambiar un gesto de comunión fraterna, a darse fraternalmente la paz. Quizás este gesto, con el pasar de los años, corre el riesgo de desvirtuarse, de perder la finalidad propia para el cual está colocado. No se trata de un momento social en el que digo buenos días, buenas tardes, ¿qué tal, cómo estás? ¿Dónde vas a comer hoy? ¿Qué has preparado para el almuerzo? No se trata de saludar a esa persona que a lo mejor hace unos días que no lo ves, porque eso nos distrae incluso de lo más sagrado, que es la Sagrada Comunión, en el momento en que, repitiendo las palabras de San Juan Bautista, el sacerdote dirá: este es el Cordero de Dios que quita el pecado del mundo. Y después, cada uno de nosotros, repitiendo las palabras del centurión, decimos: Señor, no soy digno de que entres en mi casa, pero dis una palabra tuya bastará para sanarme. Claro que ese alboroto que se crea en la iglesia nos distrae y por tanto no nos permite prepararnos para el momento de la comunión. Además, si el saludo de paz lo reducimos solo a hola, ¿cómo estás? Un apretón de manos, un beso en la mejilla, un saludo con la mano, si lo reducimos a eso, eso ya lo hicimos antes. Eso lo hicimos en la puerta de la iglesia. Lo volveremos a hacer o lo podremos hacer cuando salgamos de la iglesia. No se trata de un gesto de paz, de un saludo simplemente. Es algo más profundo. Está muy conectado con estos dos versículos del capítulo 5 de San Mateo, en los números 23 y 24. Cuando vayas a presentar tu ofrenda en el altar, si te das cuenta de que tienes alguna queja con tu hermano, algún pleito con tu prójimo, deja primero ahí tu ofrenda, vete a reconciliarte con tu prójimo, haz las paces y regresa. Y regresa a presentar tu ofrenda. ¿Qué queremos decir con ofrenda? Estamos hablando de la comunión, de recibir a Cristo en la comunión. Si te vas a acercar a recibir el cuerpo y sangre de Cristo y te das cuenta de que tienes algún pleito con alguna persona, primero reconcíliate con esa persona y después acércate a recibir el cuerpo de Cristo. Entonces, aquí ya el saludo de la paz ya no habla solo de un decir, hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? Buenas tardes. O desear bendiciones. Es reconciliación. Y esta reconciliación es la que permite que tu corazón esté libre de rencillas, de rencores, de pleitos, de discusiones con el prójimo. Y entonces ahí sí, nos podemos acercar a recibir a Cristo en la comunión. Esto nos trae una paz increíble. Caminar por la vida, saber que hemos perdonado, que hemos olvidado las ofensas, que hemos hecho vida la oración del Padre Nuestro, perdona nuestras ofensas, así como nosotros perdonamos a los que nos ofenden. Que después el prójimo no quiso aceptar mi presentación de disculpas, no quiso aceptar mi ofrenda y mi oferta de perdón, pero ya hice el intento. Ya he buscado esa reconciliación y por tanto experimento la paz. Y aquí es donde experimentamos la bienaventuranza. Sentir el gozo, la dicha, decir, ahora sí, soy libre. No tengo deudas, pleitos con nadie. Me siento en paz, me siento tranquilo y sereno. Puedo recibir el cuerpo de Cristo y puedo decir con esta bienaventuranza que soy hijo de Dios. Queridos hermanos y hermanas, en la serenidad de este atardecer, continuamos en particular con nuestra meditación.
esperando a que me abras. Ábreme que quiero entrar. Estoy a la puerta y llamo. El corazón que te he dado es morada que yo anhelo, pero es tan digno y sagrado que estoy a la puerta y llamo. Si me abres entraré y yo cenaré contigo. Si no me abres seguiré afuera como un mendigo. Si me abres entraré y yo cenaré contigo. Si no me abres seguiré afuera como un mendigo. Estoy a la puerta y llamo, esperando a que me abras. Ábreme que quiero entrar. Estoy a la puerta y llamo. Si me abres entraré y yo cenaré contigo. Si no me abres seguiré afuera como un mendigo. Si me abres entraré y yo cenaré contigo. Si no me abres seguiré afuera como un mendigo, llamando, 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 llamando. Estoy a la puerta y llamo.
Welcome everyone. As you can see, the wind is blowing beautifully here in this very hot afternoon here at Magdala. And we continue our reflections on blessed are the peacemakers because they will inherit the earth. Blessed are the peacemakers for they will be called, because they will be called children of God. Very different. They will become children of God. And every time that I hear the word children of God, two people come to mind immediately: John Paul II and Mother Teresa of Calcutta. Those champions of faith, those I will say that were the saints of my youth. I'm still young, but the saints when I was growing up. And I had the chance of meeting them both. And I don't know I do know what they have, right? They have Christ in the center of their hearts. And they transmit a peace that the world around will stop because of them. And remember, we were saying at the very beginning of the sunset on this week that we were saying that we were imitating, or we were living Christmas in July. And when I was listening to Father Alvaro speak, it reminds me of an anecdote that the sisters of Mother Teresa of Calcutta always referred to us when we were in Haiti. And one of them, Sister Francesco, which, parentheses, is a living saint. She has cancer, a very aggressive cancer, but she's perfect. She still works, she still takes care of the poorest of the poor. She's actually the Mother Superior in the Home of the Dying, the house that is called Peace and Joy in Haiti, in Port-au-Prince. And she has cancer, she should be dying, but she's a living miracle, I will always tell her. And she said, and she always jokes and said, it's because you don't stay and take my place, and that's why Jesus has to cure me, because she needs someone to take care of his people. And she will always tease me, and it will tease all the missionaries that they will not stay in her place. But she was living in Syria, back very close to here, when it was all the conflict back in the day with all that area. And she asked for one night. I really don't remember if it was Syria or Czechoslovakia, but it was in one of the very, very war zones, and it was Christmas time. And Mother Teresa asked them if they can cease fire for one night in the 24th of December, so her sisters and the children of the orphanage could cross over to the church for Mass. And the fire ceased for one night. And for one night, everyone was brothers and sisters. They all walked together to church. They prayed together. Why? Because this woman, Mother Teresa of Calcutta, with no money, but with a heart full of money, full of God, was able to reach that peace because she was living peace. She was, and she incarnated what Christ is asking us here. And because she didn't hold any grudges with anyone. And John Paul II, the same, champion of faith, champion of peace. We know that because of all the secret meetings that he had, the communism wall fell. We know how he, after being shot, he goes to prison and pardon Eliak, right? His aggressor. And this is exactly what Christ asked of each one of us. He said, yesterday we were speaking about that we have to reconcile with ourselves. But now he's asking us another step to reconcile with others. And it's in the same chapter, Matthew 5, verses 23, he says, Matthew 5, verses 23, therefore, If you bring your gift to the altar and there recall that your brother has anything against you, leave your gift at the altar, go first and reconcile with your brother, and then come and offer your gift. In my house, I am the youngest of 7, and there's a lot of years between my youngest sister and myself. We are 9 years apart, and my oldest, I think we are 17 years apart with the oldest and myself. Therefore, I was the one with no rules. When it was my time, I think my parents were so tired, they were so old already, that the rules were kind of wiped out, right? But they were 2 rules in my house only when growing up myself. 1, you live according to your values, and 2nd, you never go to bed angry with anyone. It didn't matter who. You have to ask for forgiveness. And believe me, I have 0 patience, and I have this amount or this amount or this amount of pride. So for me to ask for forgiveness was always very hard. But I remember that was the one rule that I had to follow. So it didn't matter. I had to make the phone call. Back in the day, we didn't have cell phones to chat, right? Until the present time, actually, I have to make a confession, and I hope I don't scandalize anyone. But Father Juan and I, last week, we had a little fight, and a lot of sparks came out of our conversation. And it was at night. So I remember calling him, and he didn't pick up. And I was like, oh no. So I sent a voice note, and I said, Father Juan, I'm so sorry. You have to give me your blessing. We have to forgive each other. Clean slate, erase, and let's start over. You know, obviously it was just nothing, but it was something for me. So, and why I say this? Because we have little sparks every day with someone, and then we can have a big fight with someone else, and we can actually cut our friendship, we can actually cut our conversation with my brother. We actually, as Father was saying, we carry big sacks of stones that are heavy. And if I am carrying that weight in my back, there's no way I can transmit peace to anyone, because I will be on edge with everything and everyone, because I am carrying a lot of weight. So let's make that a resolution today. Write that letter, make that phone call, go have coffee with someone that you need to ask for forgiveness. Do you need to ask them to forgive you, or you need to forgive them? Let's shake hands. And as Father was saying, when in the Mass, when we say, the peace I give you, my peace I give you, and let's offer a sign of peace, do we really mean that? When I turn to the other side and I say, peace be with you, I forgive you. Can we say that to my neighbor? Can we say that to my 5, I always say that we are surrounded by my world of 5 people. Can I really truly say, the peace be with you? The peace of Christ be with you. No jealousy, no egoism, no I want, she didn't say, she forgot, no blameless, anyone. Let's follow the invitation that Christ said, go and therefore, how it says, therefore, and then there recall that your brother has, leave your gift there at the altar, go first and reconcile with your brother. Christ doesn't want any gift. He wants my clean heart. It doesn't matter how many novenas, how many sacrifices, how many fasting days. No. Like they say here in Israel, no. The most important thing is that my heart is at peace. My heart is at peace. With others, with God, with myself. With myself, with God, and with others. With God, with myself, and others. It doesn't matter. With the three most important people: Jesus, God, myself, and others. We have to be able to empty our hearts from any crutches that we are holding. Grudges? I don't know how you say it anymore, so sorry. But I invite you, and I invite myself, and I invite all of us. And this is the invitation that Christ is asking of each one of us. So let's take advantage of this moment of reflection. First, give thanks to God because He already forgave us. He brought me that peace. He made Himself the peace. He entered the world being the peace. In Christmas, that baby Jesus in the manger, it's the peace. He brought me peace. He is the peace. So let's give thanks for that the biggest gift. Second, give thanks because He already forgave us our sins in that cross. And third, forgive ourselves for anything that I have done in the past. And let's go out and mend with our brothers and sisters, as Christ tells us here. Recall that your brother has something against you. Leave your gift at the altar. Go first and reconcile with your brother. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God. God bless you.
There is a place for the sadness. Hold on to love. There is a season of gladness. Hold on to love. When pain and confusion seem endless, hold on to love. We cultivate healing through kindness. Hold on to love. Hold on to love where hope is found. Hold on to love where joy abounds. Hold on to love where grace and mercy's overflowing. Hold on to love. When terror and fear overwhelm us, hold on to love. Courage and faith will sustain us. Hold on to love. When violence seeks to destroy us, hold on to love. Acts of compassion restore us. Hold on to love. Hold on to love where hope is found. Hold on to love where joy abounds. Hold on to love where grace and mercy's overflowing. Hold on to love. Hold on. When hatred is used to divide us, hold on to love. Wisdom and truth reunite us. Hold on to love. When prejudice poses as freedom, hold on to love. Dignity means all are welcome. Hold on to love. Hold on to love where hope is found. Hold on to love where joy abounds. Hold on to love where grace and
Abunde was Maya nectadasis ma tite malkuta meue sebiana aikana devas Maya abajada hablan lahma de suncana mia humana basbuka lana kaubai aikana dachna sbachne lechaibai Ulatalana le mesiuna e la pasana mendi. Abunde was Maya nectadasis ma tite malkuta meue sebiana aikana devas Maya abajada hablan lahma de suncana nia humana basbuka lana kaubai aikana dachnan sbachne lechaibai Ulatalana le mesiuna la pashana membi Abunde was Maya nectadasis ma tite malkuta meue sebiana aikana devas Maya abajada hablan lahma de suncana nia humana basbuka lana kaubai aikana dachnan zbachne lechaibai ulatalana le mesiuna la pashana